guys, it's Danielle and today I'm going to be sharing with you my bookshelf tour. Before we get into the actual shelves, I want to first do a little bit of a kind of overview of my shelves, of my books, how I get them, how many I own, where my shelves are from, all that kind of stuff, because I feel like that's kind of what people ask a lot. So basically my bookshelves are from IKEA and Fantastic Furniture, but the ones from Fantastic Furniture literally look exactly the same to the IKEA Billy bookshelves. So if you're wanting the bookshelves that I have, just get them from IKEA if you don't have Fantastic Furniture near you or you live outside of Australia. You'll also notice that I have an extra shelf in my two big bookshelves. Instead of 5 shelves like most Billy bookshelves or most of these shelves have, I have 6, so I've got an extra shelf. Another question that I feel like I'm going to get asked is how many books do I own? I own around 360 books, which is a lot, but you know, I've been collecting books, avidly collecting books for about 4 years. Obviously 360 books is a lot. I do have duplicate copies of some. I have bought most of them, but I do get sent quite a few from publishers, which is amazing and I am super grateful for. Without further ado, I think we should just get started and go. So this is kind of like an overview of my bookshelves. I'm sorry if it's kind of wobbly. I'm doing this handheld, so I will go over how I organize them and stuff as well, because I think people like to know that kind of stuff. On the table there, that's my monthly TBR. I try and keep the shelves to genre, so they'll be fantasy or contemporary or series or anything like that. And within that, I like to keep authors' books together. So if an author has multiple contemporary books, I'll try and keep them all together. If an author has multiple books, multiple series, I try and keep them together. So that's my bookshelves. So we will start with my TBR table. That's my current TBR for August. Anyway, moving on. So this is my first shelf. So at the top here, I don't want to pull out every single book because I find those kind of bookshelf tours really boring, no offense. So on my first shelf, we've got tall contemporaries. So this is kind of an overview of the shelf here. Easy by Tomorrow Ever, that's one of my favorite books ever. I highly recommend it if you're into new adult or you're wanting to get into new adult. It is super awesome. I do have a review for that one as well on my blog if you are interested. I'll leave it linked below. Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue, that's another really good book. We've got some Morgan Matson, and yeah, that's that one. Moving down, this shelf is short paperback series. Over here we've got the Selection, which I really loved. Myra Dyer, which again I also loved. Angel Falls, another really good one. And then we've got a couple of unfinished series that either I don't own the whole series of, or the first book in the series is the only one that is out. You can't really see the smoke thieves, there we go. So that's that one. This is basically just my Love Oz YA shelf. I've actually got 2 of them. This is my contemporary one. If you're not sure what Love Oz YA is, basically it's just books written by Australian authors. This is my shelf of contemporary ones. These ones were taller, so I had to pop them horizontal so that they could still fit on this shelf. So you can see it's jam-packed. Summer Skin is a really good one. So is Queens of Geek. 1,000 Perfect Notes by C.G. Drews is amazing. Beautiful Mess is another really good one. I highly recommend. And yeah, that's Love Oz YA shelf number 1. We have my Cassandra Clare Shadowhunter shelf. Over here we've got some of these special editions from the Dark Artificers. So we've got Lady Midnight and Lord of Shadows, as well as the normal hardcovers. Also got the City of Bones 10th Anniversary edition, which is stunning. And we've got the Model Instruments and then the Infernal Devices. We've also got a candle. And this little pouch here has the Shadowhunter tarot cards in it. And we've also got the Infernal Devices manga behind there. Moving down, we have, this is kind of a favorites shelf. It mostly has books that I absolutely loved or authors that I love. So we start over here. Behind this little fake plant, we've got Marie Lou. This is one of my favorite series ever. I really need to reread it because I loved it so much, and I've actually kind of forgotten a lot of what happened. So, and then we've got my Rochelle Mead books. So we've got the Vampire Academy series and the Bloodline series. I loved them both so much. And then in the corner here we have my Stalking Jack the Ripper series. So this is one of my new favorite series ever. I absolutely love the characters and the story. It's just so good. Thomas Cresswell is one of my favorite characters ever. And I've also got an arc of Escaping from Houdini, which is the third book. Super lucky to get my hands on one of those. So that's that shelf. Moving down, I call this shelf like my adult fiction / standalone shelf. So we've got some Jodi Picoult in the corner. The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo is one of my new favorite books ever. It's so good. I highly recommend it. It is stunning and it's so worth the hype. Book Thief goes in here, but it's on my TBR table. And then we've got Circe and The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller, both great books. We've got some Patrick Ness books, which I haven't even read any of his books, but I seem to own like all of his books. And then on the end here we've got Sleeping Giants by Sylvain Neuvold. Can we just appreciate such a stunning cover, such a good series. I definitely recommend listening to them on audiobook as well, they're so good. So that is that shelf. And then the last shelf I call my temporary storage shelf. We have a bunch of the Virago classics. These were sent to me from Hachette Australia and Virago Press. The covers are absolutely stunning and I didn't really know where to put them, so they're kind of just sitting down here for the moment. Over here we've just got a little box on top that's from Happy Socks, and this is my graphic novel collection. I don't have many. We've just got Saga and The Wicked and the Divine. We've only got 2 volumes of that one, but Saga is amazing. I highly recommend reading Saga if you haven't. Such a good graphic novel series, so good, so entertaining, and they're so quick and easy to read, so highly recommend that one. That is my first bookshelf. Moving on to my smaller one in the middle. Up the top here, I've just got my poetry collection as well as some non-fiction books in the corner there. Moving down, this is the next shelf. We've got Leigh Bardugo, who's one of my favorite authors ever. Wonder Woman is amazing, and Six of Crows is one of my favorite series ever. I haven't read Language of Thorns yet, but I definitely need to. That's on my TBR for this year. The Iron Fae series, I absolutely loved this series. I think it's so underrated and it was just so friggin' good. So that's that shelf. Moving down, this is my Bone Season shrine, basically. You guys know that the Bone Season is one of my favorite series ever. If you didn't, now you do. As you can see, I've also got multiple copies. We've got an arc of the Bone Season, an arc of the Mime Order, and an arc of the Song Rising. We've also got a paperback of the Song Rising that has a book plate in it. All of them are signed. I was lucky enough to meet her and it was amazing. She actually knew who I was from my Instagram, which was crazy, and I still like freak out about it sometimes. That's my Bone Season shrine. Moving down, we've got this shelf here. I guess kind of old YA / just kind of older books and stuff. John Green, If I Stay, 13 Reasons Why, and behind this little rabbit, we've got a couple of classics here. So that's that shelf. Moving down, this is my other Love Oz YA shelf. I actually haven't read many of these. I have read the Disruption duology by Jessica Shervington, and I've also read Nevermore, which was really good. But yeah, that's that one. And then down the bottom, these are all just ARC copies that I don't really want to keep, so I'm trying to trade them for other ARCs or just kind of get rid of them. So that is that shelf. I'm actually getting quite out of breath. This shelf's just full of series that are a bit tall. I've read almost all of these books, which is great. Did not like, so I'll probably end up unhauling that one day. The Lux series was great, absolutely loved it. And I just finally got around to reading the Lunar Chronicles and I actually loved it so much. Definitely recommend if you haven't read it and you're a bit scared, you're a bit skeptical. It's so good. I listened to them on audiobook and I loved all the characters so much. Moving down, we have a contemporary shelf. This one, they're all kind of the same height. As you can see, there's not much room between the book and this shelf because this shelf's a bit shorter. I really like this shelf. It's super bright and colourful. Got some Becky Albertalli on the end that you give, which is amazing. And if you haven't read it, you need to. Quiet Kind of Thunder is another really, really good book. Moxie was really, really good as well. Far From You was a really good YA mystery thriller if you're interested. Definitely recommend. It was really, really gripping. And then we've got my Rainbow Rowell collection in here. I've read all of them except Attachments and Landline. I didn't really enjoy Eleanor Park. Absolutely loved Fangirl. And Carry On was really, really fun. Yes, that's that shelf. This shelf is basically just like a short paperback series. Daughter of Spoken Bone trilogy, which I really enjoyed. I enjoyed the first book the most, I think. We've got V.E. Schwab. The Darker Shade of Magic series is one of my favourite series ever. If you haven't read it because you're scared of the hype, just do it. It's so, so good. Got Hunger Games and Divergent on the end there, like the OGs. Moving down, we've got a contemporary shelf. We've got some Stephanie Perkins books in here. I don't think I'd enjoy them as much if I read them now. Then we've got Adam Silvera, They Both Die at the End is one of my favourite books ever. Highly recommend reading that one. Everything Leads to You is amazing. I'm not going to take any of these books out because they are like jammed in there and I won't be able to get them back in. Forbidden by Tabitha Susma is another really, really amazing book. And then we've got my Colleen Hoover collection. I've read all of them except for the Slammed trilogy, which is like her first books. So shame on me for not having read those yet. I don't so much love the author, but I love her books, so yeah. The next shelf is, again, another like favourites shelf. So basically this is J. Kristoff, Amy Kaufman, and Harry Potter on this shelf. So we've got An Arc of Life, like we've got hardcovers of Nevernight and God's Grave, which is one of my favourite series ever. You need to read it. I've got arcs of Nevernight and God's Grave. That one's signed, that one is signed and personalised, but I think I'm just going to keep the hardcovers because the hardcovers are so pretty. Also, fun little note about Obsidio. On page 100, my name is on there. I die in this book and it's great and I'm still shocked and like excited about it. So yeah. And then we've got Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, which I haven't read and I don't know if I ever will. I've heard really meh things about it. And then we've got the Harry Potter collection with the pretty covers. And then my last shelf, because the bottom shelf is empty, my temporary storage shelves. This shelf is kind of my tall books that don't fit anywhere else. And they're also first books in the series or new releases, I guess. It's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of mixed. We've got over here Marlena Maketa. She's an Australian author. She doesn't fit on that shelf or that shelf, so she goes here. We've got The Diviners, really, really love. I'm currently listening to the third book and I'm obsessed. These characters are amazing. I highly recommend. Furyborn was another really good one, and we've got a couple of other just first books in the series, a couple of arcs, and a lot of the books that I haven't ever got around to, but yeah. And that is my entire bookshelf. So that was my bookshelf tour. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry if it's really long and sorry if it's horribly edited and filmed. I tried my best. So hopefully it works out okay. You should also subscribe, I guess, if you want. No pressure. You don't have to, but it would be nice, I guess. Hit that little button. Is it down here or is it down here? I don't even know. We're doing well. If you have any videos that you would like to maybe see from me, leave them in the comments. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and maybe I'll see you in another video. If you guys want, maybe? Yeah, okay. Bye.